What is going on, everyone? My name is Colin. Welcome to the Poke Office. Today's video, we're looking at some of the best singles to invest in July 2023. We're going to look at some spicy ones, some really expensive ones, and some cards that are just some of my favorites. Also, some that have lost money over the last 6 months, some that have gained money over the last 6 months, and then something that's going on in the Pokemon world right now that we'll get into once the data once we get into it. Before we get into it, though, I have two giveaway winners to announce from last week. Last week, I had hit the 2,000 subscriber mark, so thank you again so much for everyone watching. I really appreciate it. It means the world to me. I'm having so much fun doing it. So again, just like blown away, and I appreciate you all so much. So the two giveaways were 4 packs of Evolving Skies, 4 packs of Fusion Strike. So doing the Fusion Strike one first, the winner is Rob Blankenship. Congratulations, amazing. So you need to just see down below in the description to see how to contact me. Shoot me an email with a screenshot and your name, email, phone number, address. I think I got it all. You'll see it down below in the description. So congratulations, you won 4 packs of Fusion Strike. The winner for Evolving Skies 4 packs is Charlie Gomez, 9526. Congratulations. Hopefully you and your son open some hot stuff in Evolving Skies. Amazing. So, once again, see down below in the description for how to contact me and what you need to do. Let's get into this data and look at some of the best singles that are available to purchase in July 2023. All right, starting off with a couple of the OG bad boy cards. The Charizard VMAX from Shining Fates is, I didn't expect this card to ever come below $100 anymore. And currently it's sitting at $83.92. So you can get this card for like a 20% discount right now from this card. Ever since I started the channel has been like $100 to $110 card. So the fact that it's dropped, it's a really cool card, to be honest with you. I've had one before. I traded for it and then I sold it just because it wasn't mint. And really, I'm a sucker for like trying to get PSA 10s. I don't love cards that have blemishes on them. Next one, this Charizard V. I think I've talked about this one every month for like the last 4 or 5 months, thinking that at some point it's got to stop the bleeding, but it just continues its downward trend. The Charizard V Alt-Art from Brilliant Stars. Once again, this graph is 6 months period of time. Started 6 months ago, so January, at $173.78. Now at its low of 6 months, $138.16. So again, another 20% discounted card. Charizard's not doing well in the market right now. Speaking of Charizards, we got one more OG, the Charizard V-Star Rainbow from Brilliant Stars. This one has also been on a huge downward trend for a long, long time, actually. I remember I bought this card from a local game store. I want to say like back in September or October of 2022. And I paid 130 bucks Canadian for it. So like right in that like $100 range American. And now 6 months ago it was at $82.49. Now it's at $63.45. So down another 23.1% over the last 6 months. This card has just been dropping. And funny story, I sold someone who lives in my town some packs of Brilliant Stars. 20 packs in total, and on his 20th pack he texted me later on showing me that he pulled this card. I have been trying so hard to pull this card from Brilliant Stars, so too bad, but awesome for him that he pulled this sick card. Next, we're going to talk about some waifu cards, and just in case you didn't know, I got the definition for you. Waifu is a term for a fictional character, usually in anime or related media, that someone has great and sometimes romantic affection for. So basically hot chicks in anime is my take on it. Too funny. Okay, look at all these. These are from Sun and Moon, not exclusive list. I just pulled some that are expensive. So we got Lily, that's from Sun and Moon base set. I don't know where all these sets are from or where all these cards, what sets they are. Like I'm not going to get into that much detail. But then you have the Acerola card. $85.93. You have the Lucamine or Lucamine, $51.03. The huge one from Ultra Prism, Lily, $423.46. Cynthia and Lucamine on the right top row there are also from Ultra Prism. Then you have the Lycia, $282.34. The Zinnia, cheap at $77.33. Misty's Favor, probably my favorite trainer card of all time. I really want a copy of it. So if any of you want to send me one, my post box is down below in the description. I would love you forever. Just kidding, kind of. I wouldn't say no. The Rosa, $205.97. Then Cynthia and Caitlin from Tag Team card, $139.59. You have one more Lily card, $129.27. The reason I'm bringing these up is not to tell you to go invest in these specific ones, but now looking at the Sword and Shield, some of the waifu cards in Sword and Shield, and now we're talking about potentially seeing some big gains. I'm going to do a video just about these cards. I'm hoping to do it this week, maybe next week. But like these cards have just been insane. I was looking at the graphs today. Over the last like 6 months, 12 months, like they have just skyrocketed. Some of them like 3 and 4xing in price over the last 6 to 12 months. So if we take that into consideration, we see Marnie from Sword and Shield base set up 57.2%. This one could keep climbing. Like, I don't really understand the waifu market, to be honest with you. Like, Marnie isn't my favorite trainer, but it is what it is. So we're going to look into it at that next video I do a little bit more, see if like it has something to do with who illustrates it, or if it's just like cards that people like. I'm not really sure. We're going to look into it. But Marnie could be a good investment. Like, there's some room for this card to grow for sure. Then we have Sonya out of Rebel Clash. It's a $46.99 card, so almost a $50 card. It did surpass that $50 mark just recently and dropped down a little bit. But another cool-looking trainer card, already up 71.9%. There could be some room for growth on these ones as well. These ones are already in that like 3-year-old period. Some of the newer ones have not seen these huge increases, like the Skyla from Shining Fates. 6 months ago, it was only $8.39. Now it's $21.52. That's 156% gain, which is actually crazy. Then we have Irida from Astral Radiance. There's some in like the Chilling Rain, Evolving Skies, Fusion Strike area there, but I just didn't include them. I didn't want to take up too much time talking about this stuff. Irida in Astral Radiance actually was a $30 card. Now it still is a $30 card, but it did drop to a low of $21.16. So another card to watch out for potentially, as we could see it on the rise. Then we have Serena in Silver Tempest, another one that was like, it was the second most expensive card in Silver Tempest for a long while. I believe it still is. And right around that like $39, $40 mark. I consider this one to be one of those ones. Like, it's one of the top cards of the set, and over time we might see this one go really, really astronomical. I'm just speculating, but I just think that there's room for all of these waifu cards to really go nuts. Then we have Elisa Sparkle from Crown Zenith, from the actual Crown Zenith main set, not the Galarian Gallery set. This one down a little bit, 11.8%. decrease in price since 6 months ago, currently sitting at $26.38. It's actually a really cool looking card, I think. I was lucky enough to pull this one, and I could see this one growing long term as well. 2 more to talk about, the ones from Scarlet and Violet era. First, we have the Miriam Special Illustration Rare. This is still the top card of Scarlet and Violet base set. And it's down quite a bit, but that's just to be expected. It started off really hot as Scarlet and Violet came out. Now Paldea Evolved is out, and we're seeing the market prices drop in all of the Scarlet and Violet base set cards. But this one started at $76.99, currently sitting at $53.57, down 30.4%. The reason I love this card, not only for the artwork, but because this card is the top card of the Scarlet and Violet base set. So lots of those ones from Sun and Moon are the top cards of those sets, and you're seeing huge spikes in those prices. Miriam, another one from base set that is the top card of the set, and it's a cool looking card. Even the Miriam, just like ultra rare full art supporter card, looks really, really awesome, which I didn't include in the slideshow, but it's another one. And then the last one we're talking about is this Iono card from Paldea Evolved, the special illustration rare version. Supposedly, not that I play the TCG much, but this card is extremely playable as well. So we're seeing this card like continue to hold its pricing. It's on a little bit of a downward trend. It was as high as I guess $166.40. This graph is only a month old because Paldea Evolved has not been out very long. But you saw a small dip there. I think that's just a one sale dip where it brings the price down quite a bit. So you hit a low of $101.96. Currently, this card is sitting at $118.20. So it's down a bit. But another really cool card that has a lot going for it. It's playable in the TCG. It's another waifu card that people seem to really like. It's the top card of Paldea Evolved in value. It's got a Pikachu in there. It's got an Eevee in there. Like, there's tons to love about this card. So I just think, once again, we're going to do a video on it later this week or next week. I think waifu cards are something to really watch out for, as what the market is telling us right now. Next, we're going back to Chilling Reign. Another card that I was lucky enough to pull, the Galarian Moltres V. It is absolutely gorgeous. Anytime I see this card on Facebook Marketplace, like, it is snatched up in it's seemingly seconds. Like, it just always is sold. So this card, over the last 6 months, down 4.8%. It's currently sitting at $127.70. And it's just one of those cards, like most of the rest of the cards we're talking about, that I just can't seem to find. Like, I have one because I pulled it, but if you want to buy this card, you're paying a premium just to find a near mint version of this card, because more and more people seemingly, like, if they pull a near mint copy of it, seems like they want to either sell it as the set comes out, or now that Chilling Reign is already like 2 years old, people don't want to get rid of it, or they want to send it into PSA for grading, hoping for that PSA 10. And same with the other Chilling Reign huge hit, the Blaziken VMAX. Man, is this not the most unique artwork out of Pokemon ever? Like, I love this card, and it has been going absolutely ham over the last 6 to 12 months. Started 6 months ago at $164.09, currently at $210.02, which is a 28% gain. Did hit a high of $227.70. It's come back down a little bit now. The reason I put this on the list here is that same reason as that Galarian Moltres. This card is hard to find. Like, people aren't selling this card from what I can see. And I've tried to buy it, and it's like near impossible to find a good version of the card. Once again, I already told you that I don't buy cards like that don't have a shot at a PSA 10. I want the PSA 10. And I prefer to pull the cards, so I don't buy very many cards in the first place. But this one I'm definitely considering, because it's such a hard pull out of Chilling Reign, first of all, which is crazy. And it's just such a gorgeous art piece that I think there's lots to love about this card, and lots of room for growth moving forward. Same with this one, the Gengar VMAX. A couple months ago, we talked about it. Everyone was talking about it, that big scandal in Fusion Strike where people had stolen cards. There was a big stack of these Gengar VMAXs, a big stack of the Muse, a big stack of the Espeon VMAX, and this card, another gorgeous card. I think Gengar is like probably a top 5 Pokemon that people really seem to love from the original 151. Like, definitely lots of people's favorite Pokemon is Gengar. So lots to love about that. It's on a nice increase over the last 6 months. I kind of thought that the Espeon and the Gengar were going to level off, like both around that $150, $160 mark, but that is not the case at all. Ever since that, even before the scandal actually, but ever since that, we've seen a really nice steady increase in this Gengar VMAX card. So you can currently pick it up. Market price is $197.95. Once again, I just have not been seeing this card for sale at all. That being said, I don't check eBay very often, so maybe if you see it on there, you probably can pick it up, but I am not seeing it in like the local markets nearly enough compared to lots of other cards. Then we're talking about 2 Giratina cards. The first, Giratina V-Star from Crown Zenith. I can't believe that this card is under $100. I thought that it would be like well able to stay above 100, but it's not. So 6 months ago, kind of like right after Crown Zenith released, it shot up to a high of $171.90. Now it has reached a low of $93.91. It actually reached $92.14. It's up a little bit, but down 42.2% over the last 6 months, which is absolutely staggering. Crown Zenith, once again, is just a set that I think people are going to love moving forward, even though apparently you can find it all over the stores. I can't where I live, but Crown Zenith apparently is collecting dust in like Boise, Idaho. I saw in the comments, and in the UK, it's collecting dust. So who knows? I appreciate all your comments, by the way. Thank you for that. It's awesome. Anyways, Giratina, a very popular Pokemon. The gold cards are so unique in Crown Zenith because we haven't seen cards like that before. And I mean, it's still the top card in the set. So definitely going to hold some value moving forward. Speaking of holding value, this card, the one chase that I've been after for such a long time, basically since the set released, haven't been able to pull it. Still trying. But last month, I told you about the reprints of Lost Origin and how I didn't think this card would drop below $300. I thought it would have that bottom floor of $300 and then bounce back up. I was wrong. So currently sitting at $289.50. I can be wrong lots. So just take all of this with a grain of salt. It's just my opinions, obviously. $289.50. I still think that I would pay $350 for this card. No problem if I could find a PSA 10 contender. I think that this is my dream card. I think it's going to be the number 2 card of Sword and Shield era, forever moving forward. I don't think it's ever going to surpass the Moonbryon, but I think it's going to stay ahead of the Rayquaza VMAX from Evolving Skies. So I think this card just has tons of room to grow. Now, before I say anything else, there's 2 more cards before the last card. So 3 cards in total that I'm going to talk about. Still, the last card total, keep this in the back of your mind. I could see this Giratina V being somewhat like the last card that we're going to look at. So just stay tuned for that. Next up, the Mewtwo V-Star. We talked about this one in the past as well. Down 34.9% over the last 6 months. Currently sitting at $54.62. Right as Crown Zenith released and right after it. This was the highest card for a short period of time. Actually, number 2, I think. I don't think the Giratina ever was outweighed by it, but I could be wrong about that. Don't take my word for it. But it was over $100. Now it's $54.62. That's insane. This card is so cool. Seeing the reverse from the Charizard UPC promo cards, where Mewtwo's throwing that Psychic Beam, or whatever kind of move that is. Psy Purge? Maybe that's what it is. I don't know. Anyways, I love this card. I have had terrible luck pulling anything good from Crown Zenith, but it is what it is. Anyway, such a cool card, and honestly, I just cannot bring myself to seeing this card going below $50. Again, take it with a grain of salt. It could, but this card is too cool to be under a $50 card. Second last card we're talking about is the Lugia V Alt Art. Another one it's the most popular card in Silver Tempest. It's expensive, but it has been on a nice downward trend. Nice or unnice, depending on if you have this card or not. So currently sitting at $157.14, which is a 23.2% decrease over the last 6 months. I didn't expect this card to be a $150 card. I expected it to stay right in that realm of $200. But I also saw a comment today talking about how these reprints happen and then prices drop. And if the cards are good, they're going to just rebound right back up as soon as the reprint is over. So we have some Lost Origin booster boxes and some Silver Tempest booster boxes coming in for a pretty good price right now on some online stores. And I don't know about local game stores yet. But this reprint is happening. It's bringing the prices down. Now, I think that these cards, specifically the Giratina V Alt Art from Lost Origin and the Lugia V Alt Art from Silver Tempest, we're going to see them come down and then they're going to shoot back up, would be my take. So I think if you are in need of these cards, buying them for a good price right now is a really, really good option. Or you could just buy some booster boxes, try and pull them, because that's also very fun. I don't know if it's the best investment advice, but definitely maybe the funnest part of the hobby. Now, last card I'm talking about specifically because this is just insane. The Latios and Latios GX card from Team Up. It is the king of modern cards. Currently sitting at $651.06. Absolutely insane. But I also included the last couple sales off TCG Player on this slide. Look at this. July 4th, one sold for $950.75. And then June 29th, one sold for $1,000. So we are seeing like a near mint card of this is going for a lot more than $651. This card like is going for $2,000 and $3,000 for a PSA 10. It's absolutely incredible what this card is doing. And I think that because I told you my opinion about the Giratina V Alt Art being the #2 card out of Sword and Shield, of course the Moonbreon is already selling for like $1,000 to $1,500 for a PSA 10, and it's already at a ludicrous price, like in the realm of $500 and $600 on TCG Player for market price. Giratina V Alt Art, I think, could follow this trend when Lost Origin becomes a couple years old. Like it could easily be a $1,000 to $2,000 PSA 10 card, and I'm just here for it. I love this card. I would love to have a copy of it, but man, it's so dang expensive. Absolutely ridiculous. I've been talking for too long now, so let's open up some Lost Origin and see if we can finally pull that Giratina. Okay, so yeah, let me know what you think. Do you think that waifu cards are all that they're cracked up to be, or do you think it's crazy how much they're increasing? Let me know what you think about that Latios and Latios card, whether you think that's a good investment. I talked about a couple quite expensive cards like the Giratina, the Alt Art, the Lugia, the Latios and Latios, the Blaziken, the Gengar, I was talking about some big cards, but I think that there's an opportunity here to get them while they're still like reasonably priced rather than crazy priced in a couple of years from now. As always, it's just my opinion, not financial advice, so take that with a grain of salt. Everything I've been wrong before and I will be wrong again. Now, the last thing I want to tell you is that I just recorded and I forgot to hit the record button, so I just opened 10 packs of Lost Origin. Here is what I got out of it, but I'm not going to leave you hanging. I'm going to open up 10 more packs because we can't do that here at the Poke Office, baby. Hisuian Gudra, Radiant Gardevoir, Adventurer's Discovery, Fantina Rainbow Card, and a Magnezone V. So I went 5 for 10 while I was talking to a camera that wasn't even recording. So hopefully we can pull some more magic from 10 more packs of Lost Origin. Still searching for that Giratina, so I'm not going to complain about not hitting that record button because it just means I get 10 more chances at my #1 chase card of Pokemon. So here we go. I do think it's kind of crazy that the waifu cards are going absolutely bonkers. But what can you do? Like, it's just... Some of them are really cool. I prefer the Alt Art or the Special Illustration Rares over the trainer cards personally, but actually I don't really get why they're so popular. Is it because, like, if anyone knows, is it because of the specific illustrator, or is it because people just like anime girls, or, like, I don't know. Let me know in the comments what you think. I do think that there's opportunities there, like especially the Sword and Shield waifu cards and the trainer cards. Like, I would suspect that Pokemon follows a similar path moving forward. So 2 to 3 years from now, those cards might be worth something as well. So my non-recorded video, I went 5 or 10. Currently, we are 0 for 3 on this one. So hopefully we'll get something. Legitimately, all it takes is one card, and then Colin goes bananas and maybe stops recording. Just kidding, I would never do that. Radiant Hisuian Sneasler and a Poliwrath. So I guess we can call that a hit. I think this is the cheapest one out of the bunch. Could be wrong though. I'm also working on, so I was out of town last weekend. Then I now am back at it, working at getting a live stream going. So there's actually, I posted a poll on my YouTube channel here last night as this video is coming out. So you will, you can go check that out. Let me know if you want to take part in a live stream, what time of day or like what day works best for you. Definitely want to get something going in the works here. Also planning on getting a Discord channel up and running here this week sometime if anyone's interested in that. So it'd be cool to actually interact with you instead of me just talking to a pre-recorded camera. Might be some fun. Man, we need a hit. We need a hit. Come on, baby. These are all out of a booster pack, so theoretically there should be like 12 hits in that booster pack, but I mean, I shuffled them up, so maybe I just got the short end of the stick in this pack of 10. Man, sure looks like it. Yikes. 3 packs left. Come on, baby. Also, I'm like, the tentative plan here for the live stream, first one, hopefully like in the next week or two, would be to have some Japanese 151 that we can open up on the channel, especially if you want to open it. There's a Radiant Gardevoir and nothing in the back yet again. Absolutely crazy. So that would be a lot of fun. If you want to rip into some Pokemon 151 with me, you could sell it single packs. That's a little sketchy because, I mean, then if you don't get a pull, or if someone gets the special illustration rare, the special art rare, then like you kind of know that you're not gonna get one, but would still be fun. Or you could buy the box, try and get a good deal. Man, we are ice cold on this 10 packs. I wish I would have hit that record button. I'm sorry. But yeah, go fill out that form for me, or the poll, and we'll get something going here soon. Got something in the last pack. Hopefully it's something epic. I don't know. This is the last pack. I appreciate you all so much for being here. Inkay. Pikachu! That is something. Let's go, baby. That is so sick. I absolutely adore this card. Let's go. Nothing in the back, but it doesn't make any difference. That is a huge hit to finish it off. That is what I'm talking about. Maybe this box has it all. Come on. It's the one Pikachu card, Trainer Gallery card, that I haven't pulled out of this set. It is looking pretty clean. Oh man, it's too good. Yeah, it's just too good. Love it. Let's take a look here real quick. The Pikachu V Trainer Gallery card with red in the background. Looks absolutely epic. And we got the Radiant Gardevoir and a Radiant Hisuian Sneasler. I can't believe I just pulled that Pikachu. Let's go, baby. That's going to do it for me at the Poke Office. My name is Colin. Once again, I appreciate it so much that you watch my videos. It blows my mind, and I'm so thankful for you all. Appreciate it so much. Thank you for the support. If you want to be entered to win the draw for 4 packs of Paldea Evolved, you gotta subscribe to the channel with bell notifications on. If you haven't yet, hit that like button for me because it legitimately helps YouTube like push my video out to more people. And I do want to see my channel grow, of course, so appreciate you doing that. And then leave a comment letting me know whether you think that what we talked about today are good singles investments or if they're bad. You can totally disagree with me. You can agree with me. You can tell me a different card that you think is really good. And until my next video, peace!